Hello everyone, this is XINWEI and this is a video for my presentation. And today my topic is Community of Inquiry Model and its application in the flipped learning classroom. Before we start our study, we have to focus on the learning objectives. Today we have three tasks. The first one is to know what COI is. The second one is to know what flipped learning model is. And the third one is to totally understand application of COI in flipped learning classroom. Okay, let's go to the first question. What is COI model? Do you have any ideas? Let's go on. First, let's look at the introduction of COI. COI model is a theoretical framework that originates in the field of online education. It was developed by Randy Garrison, Terry Anderson, and Walter Archer in year 1999. Pay attention to the time here. And we also have to focus on the main aim of COI. That is to, first one, enhance the quality of online learning experience. Second one, promoting critical thinking. Third one, facilitating deep and meaningful learning. Okay, let's go to next step. So we have known what is COI model. We also have to know something about the author. Altogether, we have three authors here. You can see their photos on the right side of the slide. And these are Randy Garrison, Terry Anderson, and Walter Archer. Also, remember the year 1999. And since their work has been influential in the field of online and distance education, providing a framework for understanding and improving the quality of online learning. And please pay attention to the field of the COI. That is the first one, cognitive, the second one, social, and third one, teaching. The name for the three parts altogether is presence. So let's go to next page. First one, social presence. Here we have three parts to explain this step. The first one is definition, the second one is key activity, and third one is outcome. And for the definition, social presence refers to the ability of participants in an online learning community to project themselves socially and emotionally, creating a sense of connection and community. It involves one, building relationships. Two, expressing emotions. And the last one, fostering a supportive online environment. Let's look at the key activities. Here we can see there are several key activities for social presence. The first one is sharing personal experience. The second one is expressing emotions, etc. And please pay attention in this part. The role is participants. The role is for participants. All the activities is around participants. And altogether, we do the key activities. We come to the outcome here. Outcome is a sense of community, reduce feelings of isolation, and increase motivation and engagement among participants. In this part, our aim is to build some atmosphere to make the participants active in the class, in the course. Okay, let's come to the next one. That is teaching presence. Also, here we have three parts like the last one. Definition. Please look at the role as instructor. It is some activity instructor do to guiding and supporting learners through their working process. Uh, their task is one, design, two, facilitation, three, direction of cognitive and social process. And let's look at the key activities here. For the key activity, we also have about four activities. We just pick some of them to explain. For about this one, setting goals and objectives, like the starting of our course. We also set a goal for today's topic. For example, today's topic, we have three objectives. First one is to know something about COI. Second one is know something about flipped learning classroom. Third one is application. And also for all kinds of course, uh, instructor help all the learners to set goals and objectives in order to make them be clear to learn what they will learn in the course. And also after the learners do some activity, uh, the instructor will give them some feedback to evaluate all the learners, what they are doing, how kind of job they are doing, so they can modify their activities to learn more effectively. And let's go on to the last one, outcome. Outcome here, we just said effective learning. And the second one, a well-structured learning environment. Next one is supportive and challenging learning community. Through communication and do some kinds of discussion and also get some feedbacks, we can make the course more complete and make the atmosphere uh, more well structured and challenging. So, okay, let's come to the next part is cognitive presence. Here, the role is learners. That means all the activity is around the learners. In this part, cognitive presence, the definition for it is the learners are able to constructive and conform meaning through system communication in a collaborative learning environment. And in this part, it emphasizes critical thinking, also same with the aim of the whole one, and problem solving and other things. The second one, key activities. Key activities, we can, in this part, we have many activities. First one, asking problem and questions. And the second one is exploring complex issues. Third one is analyzing and synthesizing information. If the learners do these kinds of activities, they can think independently and they can also exchange their idea with other classmates. They can think what they are really interested in and what the course is really about. They can have the answer through their own thinking rather than to have something just read and remember. So also, uh, they can help to providing things and resolving cognitive dissonance. So the outcome here is development of deep understanding and meaningful learning through activity and reflective engagement with course content. Deep understanding and meaningful. Okay, the second question for our learning objectives is what is flipped learning model? So what is really flipped learning model is? Let's look at this page. In the left part, we can see some explanation for flipped learning models. Um, there are so many sentences here. So we just pick up some points and some keywords to explain to help you understand what is really flipped learning model is. Flipped learning model is an instructional approach. So please remember, it's an instructional approach. The aim is to reverse the traditional sequence of content delivery and homework. And about the sequence in the flipped classroom, the first thing students do is to uh, engage with instructional materials at home. Remember, at home before coming to the class. So that means they have to prepare something for about looking at the material, prepare and looking for some other related materials relate to the course. And they through this they can be more interactive uh, and collaborative activities. After they do this, they come to the face-to-face class. It is more effective. And the third one is this model. Flipped learning model is that designed to promote active learnings, students' engagement, and the deeper understanding of subject matter. uh, the last part, look at here. Flipped learning, the characteristic of flipped learning is flexible, and we can see some examples. We can also see many examples in our life for about K-12 education. K-12 education, this kind of education is all around us. If you have children or if you have a sister, a younger sister or brother, they may have learned K-12 education. K-12 education is one of the example of flipped learning model. Other we have higher education and professional development contents. This is to enhance the learning experience and encourage active student participation. So here we can see the aim between flipped learning model and COI model have something similar to each other. Okay, let's go on to the application of COI presence in a flipped learning classroom. Just now I have said that COI model and flipped learning model have something similar to each other. So how do we combine this one to some application? We can see in the following minutes. Let's go on to this page. We also divide um, this part into three parts. The first one is cognitive presence. In this part, we have three steps. First one is pre-class activity. In pre-class activity, we how do we use how do we use COI to the flipped learning classroom? We can see some examples for instructional videos, some readings, and interactive simulations. And we can also pose thought-provoking questions or problems for students to consider before class. And also, the second step, we can do some online discussions. Uh, in this part, we can facilitate online discussion. Students can explore and analyze the pre-class materials. And in this part, we have to encourage students to do some activities like ask questions, share their ideas, and engage in critical course. And in the last part is in-class application. In this part, we can do such things as build up the pre-class material and problem solving. And we can also put some guide discussions to deepen understanding and clarify misconceptions. This is for the cognitive presence. Let's come to the second part. It's social presence. Think about what we talked about in COI model. In this part, we also divide this part into three steps. The first one is virtual interactions. Um, we can facilitate virtual interactions before the physical class through discussion forums or collaborative platforms. That means we can have some thing to do about to encourage students to introduce themselves and share their expectations and experiences. The second step is collaborative projects. In this part, we can do things like group activities. In this part, group activities need students to work together. That means all students have to be some participants in teamwork, and they also have to foster sense of community and shared responsibility for learning through collaborative efforts. And the last step is in-class interactions. In this part, we will provide opportunities to all students. Uh, if they have got these opportunities, they can engage during the in-person class time. And also, we can have some team building activities and also some informal discussion to strengthen social bonds. Let's come to the last part of the application. So let's look at the first one. The first one is designing pre-class materials. That means before class, we have to pay great attention and do a lot of works to design the material before the class. In this step, we can organize pre-class material, and we can align them with learning objectives. That means we have to set clear objective according to the materials we have. And we also provide contents and relevance for pre-class activities to get students' understanding. For the second step, that is facilitating online discussion, in this part, we know discussion is very important for the class because the atmosphere for the class is quite crucial. So, actively participate in online discussion, guiding and moderating conversation to ensure they align with the learning objectives. We also have to focus on the learning objectives in this step. And we can provide additional resources or something to the learners. The last step is in-class facilitation. Serve as an facilitator during in-person session, guiding discussion and actives. Mm, and we also have to provide some real-time feedbacks. Through this, students will get the instruction from the instructor. They can modify their ac- activity, and it can be effective to absorb what we have learned during the course. And people can learners can ensure the learning objectives what they have met. Okay, do you feel confused? We have talked about so many things about the application. So we have do a brief summary. Um, this approach for flipped learning classroom, we use CUI. This approach can have some advantages or some aims here. It can promote active engagement and collaborative learning, and it can promote the development of critical thinking skills among students. Remember this one? uh, Critical thinking, we have mentioned it before in the COIM. Okay, so we have my almost finished our course today. And in today's course or presentation, we have learned something about COI, about uh, flipped learning model, and about the combination of COI and flipped learning. So let's do some recaps here. The first one is introduction to COI model. Remember what we have learned in this part. We have learned the author here. We have learned the important time, 1999 here. And we also have learned the definition for COI. And we have, what's more, we have know the aim for COI model. So let's come to this part. We have some categories for COI. For COI, we have three parts. Remember what are these three parts? Think about it. Can you remember? Okay, so after all the things about COI model, we come to the flipped learning model. We have know what is flipped learning model. We have know the aim of flipped learning model and examples. Do you remember K-12 education and other? You can think about other examples we put here. After we go through these two, I mean COI and flipped learning model, we come to the most important part of our uh, our course. That is application of COI presence in a flipped learning classroom. We also put a COI and flipped learning model together. We also put the three category. We combine these three category together to describe what is the real application method for this one. Okay, so today I have done my presentation. Hope you can understand what I am talking about. If you have any question, you can contact me. If you have any ideas, you can also send me. Okay, see you. Thank you. Bye bye.